Evening, everybody. How are we doing? So the time is here, right? Day 13 pre-op diet is done. As usual, just my last drink bottle to go before I hop into bed, and I am done. Can you believe it? Apart from that very first little nibble I had on that day one, that one little slip up I had right at the start, I have not faltered. I am like beyond surprised and beyond proud of myself. When we go back a month, when I was looking forward to this journey, the biggest fear I had, the biggest thing I was afraid of was the pre-op diet, and honestly not thinking that I was going to be able to do it. On reflection, a really unhelpful comment that was said to me at one point, actually by the dietitian, was she said in her recommendations, she recommends that single parents get another adult into the house for the period of the pre-op diet, because it can be super difficult to continue to still need to feed your child, to do all of those school lunches and do all of those things. So she highly recommended having someone else in the house to get through that period. Now, I know she meant well. I totally know she meant well. But it was really not a helpful comment, because not all of us single parents have that luxury, right? So I was petrified, totally petrified, but I've nailed it. I've done it. I did a sneaky little weigh-in this morning. I'll do one properly tomorrow, so I've got my surgery weight. But yeah, I'm about 5 kilos down, which is insane. Who loses 5 kilos in 2 weeks, right? Who even does that? So that's pretty cool. So yes, I can wake up in the morning. I need to have an Optifast shake for breakfast before 7:30, and then between 7:30 and 10:30 I'm allowed water, and then nil by mouth after that. My surgery is booked in for 3:30. I believe they take just over an hour. So yeah, by this time tomorrow night anyway, certainly I'll be back in my room out of recovery, awake and finding out what it feels like to be on the loser's bench. That's right, Joe. This time tomorrow, honey, I'll be on that loser's bench with you. Again, loser's bench is a term that's been coined by a lot of bariatric Facebook groups. As once you've had this surgery, they tell you that you're on the loser's bench, and it's something to celebrate. So that's quite exciting. How am I feeling? I've been asked this question a lot today, like a lot. My head tells me, actually, I'm still feeling pretty calm. I'm excited. I have had a mad, crazy day today. I've been up since 6:30 and have been running all day, and literally only just sitting down now, just getting lots of loose jobs done. All my deliveries that I could get done. Just all of the things that needed to happen before A, I head into hospital, and B, I can't drive for 5 or 6 days. So it's been a crazy busy day. So I think I'm really grateful for that, because I was kept busy, right? I didn't have time where I just found myself sitting on the couch, contemplating what's about to happen. So yeah, my head tells me that I'm excited. My body tells a different story. I have very, very much noticed the anxiety knots that I get. My body often tells me that I'm anxious before my head catches up. And from living with this since the age of 15, I recognize these signs, and my stomach has been telling me all day that there is anxiety within. Just that really tight knots in my stomach. It's been there all day. So I certainly know that there is anxiety within my body, but at this stage, my head's still screwed on pretty well. Thank you so much to everybody that has reached out today to say good luck, to let me know that they're thinking of me and all of these things, and in all the beautiful comments as well. Honestly means the absolute world to me. Another fear I had about heading into this was going through such a physical operation in terms of the stress that it will place on my body initially during a pandemic. It's another thing that weighs on your mind. And of course, when we rolled around about, it was probably only a month ago now, was it, that Omicron hit us here in New Zealand, I'm like, oh no, don't do this. Like we were doing good. We had a few cases, Delta scattered here and there, but we weren't in the Omicron stages. And I'm like, let's just not go there. That's still playing on my mind a bit. So my first fear, oddly enough, and I literally had a nightmare about this. Like, I literally had a dream about this. Because remember, my biggest fear was the pre-op diet, that I smashed out my 2 weeks of pre-op diet, and it was awful, and it was horrible. And then the day before surgery, I got a phone call from the hospital to say that my surgeon had caught COVID, so we were going to postpone for another 2 weeks, which meant I had to carry on pre-op for another 2 weeks. Like, it was a nightmare. Okay, that was an awful dream. Because, my initial milestone was I need to get to surgery with neither myself or my surgeon catching COVID. Anyone around me, won't affect my surgery per se, but if me or the surgeon catch it, it's postponement. Oddly enough, I have not had to undertake a COVID PCR test. I had fully assumed and expected that I would need to do a test sort of that 3-4 day prior to surgery mark so that I could have the negative result to show them. Has not been a requirement at all. That being said, I highly suggest that I will be going through screening when I enter the hospital in the morning. I maybe even have to do a rapid test, I'm not sure. But I was absolutely expecting that. So no phone call to say that the surgeon's got it so far. So at this stage, all good. So then my ongoing fear about, obviously, Omicron, we've seen the numbers today, they're big. Is it especially for those first 3-4 weeks post-op? My body is going to be putting all of its energy into healing. It's going to be putting all of its energy into just eating what little bits I can. Remember, a meal size for me in those first couple of weeks is literally 2 teaspoons worth. That is all that my stomach will contain. So my body is going to have to it's going to have to be a lot of work. There will be a period of sort of malnourishment, so to speak, going on through there just while I can get through that healing process. So now is definitely not when I want to be catching Omicron. So that's definitely playing in the back of my mind as well. So we knew the numbers are going to rise, but I'm definitely thankful that they're only kind of kicking in, so to speak, now. If my surgery had been 2 weeks down the line from now, I can just imagine what kind of panic that would have given me. So we're taking the good with the bad. Another thing, obviously, that COVID brings to us is the joys of visitor rules around surgery. So I did double check today. I'm very lucky in that my ex-husband, my boy's dad, is going to be coming and staying at my house for the 2 nights that I'm in hospital to keep him into routine, keep him at school, all of these things. And he asked about bringing him into the hospital to see me. So I checked. And you are allowed 1 vaccinated visitor over the age of 12 per full day that you're in hospital. So technically the only full day I'm going to be hospital is Tuesday, because I arrive Monday morning and hopefully leave Wednesday lunchtime. That gives me Tuesday. And of course my son is only 8, so that throws him back out of there. So I do have a dear friend that's going to come visit me on Tuesday. She's the one that's been through this 8-9 months ahead of me, so very thankful to be seeing a friendly face. But it's just another one of these restrictions that come with it, right? So that's another reason that I'm so thankful to all of you, all of these beautiful comments. all of the beautiful messages mean the world to me, because I do anticipate feeling a little bit isolated and a little bit lonely in the hospital. So that being said, you can guarantee I'm going to be on here. I mean, this is my jam. I like my Facebook Lives. Look at me, center of attention. That's me from way back. If you know me, you know that's my jam. So yes, I'm going to go. I've got a few more jobs to do here. Some more packages to book on the courier for tomorrow morning to be gone. And then I'm going to go to bed and try and get some sleep. Again, thank you so much. Expect a few updates tomorrow. I'll take some photos in my sexy hospital gown and such things during the day and let you know how I am getting on. So, tomorrow is it? Tomorrow afternoon is the start of the next chapter of my life.